welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Today,
We're cracking open the wisdom vault on a guy named Shirang Nadkarni.
okay,
You came to us
with a whole stack of his blog posts,
for the expert advice he's given.
even a peek into his angel investing. And honestly, my eyebrows shot up when I saw he hit financial independence at 29.
Yeah, 29 seems like you're just getting started, right? Makes you wonder what he's doing differently.
Exactly.
So for you, we're going beyond just retire early.
We're digging into Nadkarni's world of financial freedom.
Okay.
First off,
Who is this guy?
he's got this background in tech,
Working with giants like Amazon and Samsung, serious finance chops?
which makes sense when you look at his investment success. That kind of tech experience can give you a real edge.
Totally. But here's the thing that struck me.
He's not hoarding this knowledge.
He calls financial literacy his mission. Even does all this advice sharing as a recreational hobby.
Okay, that's pretty cool. It seems like he's genuinely jazzed about sharing this stuff and empowering others with financial know-how.
Right. And it shows in his writing.
He doesn't just throw jargon around.
He breaks it down clearly.
Even angel investing.
He makes it feel doable.
He's got a blog, a YouTube channel.
Even walks the walk as an accredited angel investor on AngelList.
Right.
But here's where Nadkarni really veers from the usual retire early gurus.
I'm all ears. A lot of that advice feels a little out of reach for most folks.
Totally. He prefers the term financial freedom.
It's about cash flow, not just escaping a job you hate.
He even has this equation in his blog.
Passive income living expenses.
Okay.
Makes it click, right?
It does. It reframes the whole goal. It's not about kicking back on a beach necessarily, though you could. It's about having the power to make choices because your money is working for you.
And that's where passive income comes in.
One of Nadkarni's core principles.
He talks a lot about real estate investments,
Yeah.
which lines up with his own journey.
Yeah, real estate's often talked about for passive income. But it's not as simple as buy and forget, is it?
Definitely not.
There's always a learning curve.
But what I found fascinating was his long-term investing strategy.
Okay.
He calls it coffee can investing.
Coffee can investing.
It basically, it sounds...
You pick high-quality stocks and hold on to them.
Okay.
Just like stashing valuables in a coffee can.
Coffee can investing. You've got to admit, the name grabs you. But how does that compare to, say, day trading or actively managing investments?
Good question. It's almost the opposite.
With coffee can investing, you're not trying to time the market.
Or make a quick buck.
You're in it for the long haul.
Letting those investments simmer and grow over time.
Nadkarni's seen some serious success.
Using this approach with the S&P 500.
And the S&P 500 does have a pretty solid track record for long-term growth. So coffee can investing could be a good fit for someone who's more risk-averse and looking for steady gains over time.
Exactly.
But don't worry, Nadkarni doesn't shy away from the nitty-gritty numbers.
He also gets into crucial investment metrics.
Things like IRR, XIRR, and KGR.
Now, those can sound intimidating, especially if you're not a financial whiz, but understanding those metrics can be a game changer when you're trying to figure out how profitable an investment might be.
And Nadkarni's really good at making it click without turning it into a snooze fest.
He wants you to feel empowered to make those decisions, not run for the hills.
Speaking of empowering,
He had this one blog post.
about making $1 million before 30.
$1 million by 30?
Right.
That's a
But here's the thing.
pretty bold goal.
But Nadkarni lays out a clear,
A lot of people would kill for that kind of financial security,
step-by-step plan.
let alone by that age.
It's not just about dreaming big.
It's about taking action.
Right.
He talks about maximizing your earnings,
Making smart investment.
even side hustles.
So it's that whole multi-pronged approach, leveraging different income streams to accelerate your progress. It makes you wonder if we sometimes limit ourselves by thinking too narrowly about income. Totally.
And what I appreciate is that Nadkarni doesn't shy away from the work involved.
Yeah.
He's all about putting in the effort.
And making your money work as hard as you do.
That's a refreshing perspective. It's easy to get drawn to those get-rich-quick schemes, but real financial freedom usually involves consistent effort and smart decisions over time.
Absolutely. But here's the thing.
Nadkarni emphasizes that financial independence isn't just about the finish line.
Right.
It's not just about the money.
It's about what the money allows you to do.
He talks about how it's given him more flexibility to travel
Spend time with family.
and pursue his passion for helping others with their finances.
I think that's a really important point. Financial independence should ultimately translate into a better quality of life, right? It's about having the freedom to design a life that aligns with your values and aspirations.
Exactly. And you know how Ned Carney loves his actionable advice?
Mm-hmm.
He's a big advocate for having a solid insurance plan.
Both term life and health insurance. That makes a lot of sense, though. You could be killing it with your investments, but one unexpected event could wipe out a good chunk of your progress if you're not properly insured.
Exactly. And here's where I think Ned Carney's tech background really shines through.
Oh, okay.
He talks about this concept.
Called anchoring bias in finance.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
Anchoring bias.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's that sneaky mental shortcut our brains take, where we get fixated on the first piece of information we see, even if it's not the most accurate or relevant.
Ned Carney gives this example of getting stuck on a stock's 52-week high or low.
We get so anchored to that number.
We might miss out on potential gains.
Or hold on to a losing stock for too long.
It's like our brain latches onto that initial number as a reference point, and it becomes surprisingly hard to shake off, even when we know better. It's like that old saying, first impressions matter.
It's so true.
And Ned Carney does a great job of breaking down.
How this bias can lead us to make some pretty irrational financial decisions.
Especially when we're dealing with investments.
It's interesting, isn't it? Just being aware of these biases can be such a game changer. It's like you've suddenly got this new lens for viewing your own financial decision-making process.
Totally.
And speaking of decision-making,
There was something else Ned Carney mentioned.
that I wanted to get your take on. He mentioned the importance of having a financial advisor,
Okay.
but not just any advisor.
Right.
He specifically suggests,
Looking for a fee-only certified financial planner,
okay,
or CFP.
that's a great point.
It's all about aligning incentives, right? If an advisor's compensation is tied to selling you specific products, it can create a conflict of interest.
Exactly.
A fee-only CFP.
It's more likely to provide objective advice
Right.
because they're not incentivized to push you towards particular investments.
It's like having a financial coach in your corner who's truly looking out for your best interest.
It's like having a financial teammate, someone who understands your goals and can help you navigate the complexities of the financial world. What I appreciate about Ned Carney is that he doesn't just preach from a pedestal, he's living proof that his principles work. But he also acknowledges that everyone's journey is unique.
That's so true.
He emphasizes the importance of finding what works best for you
Right.
and your individual circumstances.
He even encourages people to challenge conventional financial wisdom.
And think for themselves.
Absolutely.
This deep dive has been incredible, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Ned Carney's story is so inspiring.
And his approach to financial freedom is both practical and empowering.
Absolutely. It's been eye-opening, to say the least.
Yeah.
He really drives home the point that financial freedom is attainable for anyone willing to put in the effort to educate themselves and make smart choices.
Totally. And you know what's really got me thinking?
If Ned Carney could achieve so much by 29,
What could we accomplish?
if we applied even a fraction of his knowledge and strategies, that's something I'm definitely going to be pondering.
Me too. It's a great reminder that it's never too late or too early to take control of your finances and start building a more secure future.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
We hope you found this deep dive as valuable as we have.
And that you walk away feeling inspired and equipped to make smarter financial decisions.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.
And keep diving deep.